Welcome, my friend, to Stoic wisdom. Sign 1. Her eyes reveal what her words cannot. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, and when it comes to attraction, nothing could be truer. A woman may never openly tell you she's interested. Her words might remain carefully neutral, polite, or even guarded. But her eyes often betray what she tries so hard to conceal. Think about it. When someone fascinates us, our eyes linger. When we feel drawn to a person, we can't help but look at them just a little too long, a little too often. The eyes reveal longing, admiration, and sometimes even nervousness. Here are the ways her eyes silently speak: the lingering gaze. If she holds eye contact with you for even a second longer than necessary, it's no accident. Most eye contact in daily life is brief, functional, not emotional. But when she chooses to keep her eyes on you, her subconscious is signaling, "I want to connect." Her mind tells her to look away, but her emotions quietly resist. The double take: you walk past, and she looks once. Then, almost against her will, she looks again. That second glance is her way of making sure she gets another glimpse, even if she pretends it was accidental. Attraction makes the eyes restless, constantly searching for the one who stirs them. The quick look away. Sometimes attraction brings shyness. She may meet your gaze but then snap her eyes away, almost as if caught. This is not disinterest. It's her trying to hide the very feelings her body just revealed. The dilated pupils. This is the most telling and least controllable sign. When someone is deeply attracted, their pupils naturally widen. This isn't something she can fake, nor something she consciously controls. It's biology revealing the truth. To truly read her interest, you must become an observer. Pay attention not just to whether she looks at you, but how she does it. Frequency, duration, intensity. If her eyes keep searching for yours, if they light up when you enter the room, then you've already received your first silent confirmation. She's drawn to you in ways she hasn't spoken aloud. Sign 2. She finds excuses to touch you. Touch is one of the most primal ways humans connect. Long before language, before words and confessions, there was touch. A brush of the hand, a supportive pat on the shoulder, the warmth of another body nearby. When it comes to attraction, touch is never random. It is rarely meaningless. A woman who secretly likes you will find subtle, almost imperceptible ways to close the gap between you. She may not step forward and declare, "I want to be closer to you," but her body will. There are different kinds of touch, and each reveals a different depth of interest. The accidental brush. Maybe she brushes against your arm while passing by, touches your leg under the table, or accidentally bumps into you more than once. One instance can be coincidence, twice is chance. But when it happens repeatedly, it becomes a silent signal. I want to feel the space between us dissolve. Prolonged contact. A hug that lasts longer than necessary. Her hand lingering on your shoulder after she's made her point. The playful squeeze of your arm that seems to pause before letting go. Attraction often stretches time. What should be a moment becomes a little longer, a little warmer, a little harder to forget. The playful push or tap. Have you noticed how she taps your arm when she laughs or gently pushes your shoulder when joking? It's a playful disguise for physical closeness. Beneath the teasing lies a deeper truth. She is testing how it feels to be in your space and how you react to her nearness. Closing the distance. Sometimes touch isn't physical contact, it's the absence of barriers. Notice if she chooses to sit close when there's plenty of space available. Notice if her knees point toward you, if her shoulder brushes yours when she doesn't have to. Every small choice says, "I'd rather be close to you than apart." The Stoic perspective. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." In the same way, the body becomes dyed with the colors of attraction. What she thinks, she reveals, subconsciously through touch. If you notice her finding reasons to reach for you, to linger near you, to let her skin graze yours more often than with others, it's not chance, it's not politeness, it's desire disguised as accident. Sign 3. She laughs easily and often at your jokes. Laughter is more than just amusement. It is a bonding mechanism, a social glue, a way of saying, I feel safe with you, I enjoy you, I want to share this moment with you. When a woman likes you, she laughs, not the polite, shallow laugh she gives out of courtesy, but the genuine, uncontrollable kind that bubbles up, because being near you makes everything more enjoyable. There are layers of this sign worth noticing, the over-the-top giggle. Even when your joke isn't that funny, she reacts as though it's brilliant. Why? Because attraction heightens enjoyment. She wants to encourage you, to reward you, to let you know she values the joy you bring. The lean-in laugh watch. How her body moves when she laughs. If she leans toward you, even subtly, it's her body saying, I want to share this joy with you closely. The callback. Perhaps the most telling of all, she remembers your old jokes and brings them up later. She recalls the funny story you told days ago. This shows that your presence doesn't vanish when you leave. She carries you with her in memory. The psychology behind it. Studies in social psychology confirm that women laugh more when attracted to someone. Laughter lowers barriers, creates intimacy, and accelerates connection. If she's laughing often with you, and even harder than the situation calls for, then her joy is more about you than the joke itself. Sign 4. She mirrors your movements. Mirroring is one of the most fascinating subconscious signals in human behavior. Without even realizing it, we copy the posture, gestures, and rhythms of the people we feel closest to. When a woman secretly likes you, her body aligns itself with yours. This is not something she consciously decides. It happens instinctively, almost automatically. Notice these patterns: posture, shifts. You lean back and moments later she does the same. You cross your arms, and a moment after, so does she. These are her subconscious attempts to create harmony, to match your rhythm. Speech mirroring. She begins to adopt your slang, echo your expressions, or adjust her tone to match yours. It's her way of saying, without words, I'm in sync with you. Energy matching. If you're animated, she becomes animated. If you slow down, she slows down. This energetic alignment is attraction manifesting itself in motion. The Stoic reflection Epictetus said, "We are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by our thoughts about what happens." In the same way, when she mirrors you, it reveals her thoughts, unspoken but unmistakable. Her mind sees you as someone she wants to align with, someone whose presence feels natural. Mirroring is one of the strongest but most overlooked signs of attraction. It is her subconscious whispering, we belong in the same rhythm, the same space. Sign 5. She finds reasons to be around. Your attraction isn't only about what she says, it's about where she chooses to be. A woman who secretly likes you won't simply sit back and hope. She will create reasons, subtle or obvious, to be near you. Intentional proximity. Suddenly she's showing up at the coffee shop you frequent, though she never cared for it before. She attends the group events she used to skip because she knows you'll be there. Lingering presence. Notice if she doesn't rush to leave when the conversation ends. Notice if she lingers, always seeming to have one more thing to say, one more moment to spend near you. The gentle invasion of space humans are protective of personal space. But attraction dissolves those boundaries. If she stands a little closer than necessary, if she positions herself within your reach when she has other options, that's intentional. The Stoic Lessons Seneca once wrote, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." For her, wherever you are, there is an opportunity for closeness. Her consistent presence in your world is not chance, it's choice. Sign 6. She plays with her hair or adjusts her appearance around you. Human beings are deeply self-conscious creatures. When we're in the presence of someone we admire or desire, we instinctively want to look our best. For women, this often reveals itself through subtle adjustments in appearance. When she secretly likes you, you may notice small but repeated behaviors, hair touching and twirling. She runs her fingers through her hair, twirls it while talking to you, or flips it over her shoulder more often than usual. While this can be a nervous habit, in the context of attraction, it is a subconscious way of drawing attention to her femininity. Clothes adjustments. She smooths her dress, adjusts her blouse, or repositions her necklace when you arrive. These micro movements are small signals. I want to look presentable for you. I want to catch your eye. Lip or face touching watch for her touching her lips, lightly brushing her face, or even applying lip balm in your presence. These are subconscious grooming signals, her way of preparing herself without consciously realizing why. Checking her reflection. If you notice her subtly checking her phone camera, a mirror, or even a store window when you're near, understand this. She's not doing it out of vanity. She's ensuring she looks attractive to the man who has caught her attention. Why it matters. Psychologists describe this as preening behavior. In nature, birds preen their feathers before mating displays. Humans are no different. When attraction strikes, we subtly prepare our appearance for approval. So when you notice her suddenly become self-aware of her looks around you, it's not random. It's attraction expressing itself through grooming rituals. Sign 7. She asks you personal questions. Interest always seeks depth. A woman who secretly likes you won't be satisfied with surface-level conversation. She will want to peer into your life, to know who you are beyond the mask you wear in public. Here's how it shows. Curiosity about your past. She asks about your childhood, your family, your dreams. This isn't idle curiosity. It's her way of saying, I want to know the roots of the man I see before me. Interest in your daily life. She remembers details you mentioned weeks ago, your project at work, your gym routine, your favorite book, and asks how they're going. Attraction sharpens memory. She stores information about you because it matters to her. Questions about your future. Pay attention when she asks about your ambitions or where you see yourself in 5 years. These aren't casual questions. They're her subtle way of imagining whether her path could intertwine with yours. Gentle probing into relationships. She may ask, "Are you seeing anyone?" Or "What do you look for in a partner?" phrased lightly but heavy with implication. It's her way of gauging whether she stands a chance without making her feelings too obvious. The Stoic perspective. Marcus Aurelius taught, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. When she invests her thoughts in you, remembering, questioning, caring, it reveals where her happiness is starting to lean. Her curiosity is not casual. It is emotional investment disguised as conversation. Sign 8. She responds quickly and enthusiastically to your messages. In the modern world, much of our interaction happens not face-to-face, but through the glowing screen of our phones. And here, attraction leaves clear digital footprints. When she secretly likes you, her responses to your messages reveal more than her words. Quick replies. She responds almost instantly, even when she's busy. Why? Because you've climbed her priority list. She wants to keep the connection alive. Lengthy responses. Instead of short, dry answers, she sends detailed replies, sometimes with emojis, exclamation points, or playful tones. This is effort. She's investing energy into keeping you engaged, starting conversations. She doesn't just respond, she initiates. A good morning text, a funny meme, a casual "How was your day?" are all ways of saying, I want to remain in your world, even when we're apart. Late night chats. If she's messaging you at midnight, sharing her thoughts, or staying up just to talk, it's no accident. Night conversations are intimate. They happen when defenses are low. Her choice to spend those hours with you is a signal of trust and desire. The key point: we always make time for what matters most. If she consistently makes time for you, whether through messages, calls, or late-night conversations, then you matter more to her than she's willing to admit aloud. Sign 9, she gets nervous or fidgety around you. Not all attraction shows itself in confidence. Sometimes it reveals itself in nervousness. A woman who secretly likes you may not appear smooth and flirtatious. Instead, she may stumble, fidget, or blush in your presence. Fidgeting. She plays with her jewelry, taps her fingers, or shifts in her seat when talking to you. These are signs of anxious energy. Her emotions are heightened because she cares about your perception of her. Blushing attraction dilates blood vessels and brings a rush of color to the cheeks. If she blushes when you compliment her, or even when you simply talk, it's her body revealing what she tries to hide. Stumbling over words. A normally articulate woman may suddenly lose her train of thought, mispronounce words, or laugh nervously when speaking to you. This is not incompetence, it's attraction overriding composure. Overcompensating with energy. Sometimes nervousness disguises itself as overexcitement. She may talk too fast, laugh too loudly, or share more than intended, all because she's caught up in the electricity of your presence. The Stoic view Epictetus said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Her nervous reactions are not weakness. They are proof that your presence matters enough to disrupt her control. Nervousness is often attraction wearing a mask of anxiety. Sign 10. She supports you and shows genuine care. Attraction isn't always about playfulness or teasing. Sometimes it reveals itself in care, in the way she listens, supports, and invests in your well-being. She remembers small things. That meeting you were nervous about? She asks how it went. That movie you said you wanted to see? She brings it up. Genuine care remembers details others forget. She encourages you. When you doubt yourself, she uplifts you. When you're tired, she reminds you of your strength. Her attraction isn't only physical, it's rooted in admiration. Acts of service. She brings you coffee without you asking. She helps with tasks you mentioned in passing. These small efforts are her way of saying, "I want to contribute to your life." Emotional availability. When you're upset, she's there. When you're silent, she asks what's wrong. Care is the clearest sign of emotional investment. The Stoic connection. Seneca taught, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." For her, you are not just an opportunity for kindness, you are the chosen recipient of it. Her consistent care is her heart speaking through action. Sign 11. She tries to make you jealous. Finally, one of the trickiest signs, jealousy. A woman who secretly likes you may subtly test your interest by seeing how you react when she mentions other men. Casual mentions. She talks about a guy at work or a friend who complimented her. Her eyes then shift to you, measuring your reaction. Playful comparisons. She jokes about how another guy did something impressive, then quickly adds, "But you're still better." This is less about the other man and more about drawing out your feelings. Strategic social media posts. She posts pictures with other men, not because she's interested, but to see if you notice, if you care, if you react. Withdrawing attention. At times, she may suddenly seem colder, less responsive, just to see if you chase. This is risky behavior, but it often comes from a place of hidden attraction. The key insight. Jealousy tests boundaries. It asks, do you care enough to react? If she tries to spark jealousy, it often means she wants confirmation that her feelings are not one-sided. The Stoic balance. Here is where Stoicism is crucial. Remain calm. Don't be manipulated by games. Recognize the sign, but respond with steadiness. If she seeks to provoke jealousy, it's because she wants reassurance of your value in her life.